One. Hey everybody, it's Ron Garrett. We're ready to go with the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. Of course, Tom's not on camera as usual. Get in there, Tom. And you can see we have great guests, Ashley Fuller, Lou Gazzara, Neil Portnoy, Tom Hillary, and maybe somebody might surprise us. And on the phone at 5:30 is Stevie Dunham from Street Corner Records to talk about the new release that Little Anthony. So if you guys are ready, wear your headsets, please. I hope. Actually, I hope it doesn't mess up your hair, but you need to have that.
Oh, no, it's totally fine.
So it's okay?
No, I'm not.
So you can hear what we're saying? Here we go. Listen to the jingle.
Don't be jealous.
Here we go. Here we go.
Las Vegas rocks all around the clock. Las Vegas rocks. This town never stops. Las Vegas rocks all around the clock. This town never stops. Las Vegas rocks.
It's the Las Vegas Rocks radio show, the show before the show. Join us for a fast-paced hour of celebrity interviews and entertainment news. And now, here's Ron.
Well, Las Vegas rocks.
And welcome everyone to the Las Vegas Rocks radio show, right here on KMZQ 670 AM on your dial there. Join me, your host Ron Garrett, and the magnificent one, the Portnoy Gallery Genius Illustrated to the. How many titles do you have, Neil? I'm trying to get them all in here.
I don't know. There goes the microphone already.
Don't touch it again.
I'm not touching it.
Yeah.
Every week I get a new
Let's
one.
see, magnificent one,
Yeah.
top 100 men in town.
Yeah.
In what category was that?
Dorothy's given me a few nicknames. None
Yeah, I
of
don't
which
want to. You
use.
can't use them on the air. Let's see, the magnificent men. Wow, and all the stuff that's going on with you. It's amazing.
Yeah, just keep drawing. They lock
right.
me in that little room and give me magic markers.
Sitting next to Mr. Portnoy is movie maker, producer, inventor, Mr. Tom Hillary. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Ron, how are you doing?
What's going on in England? We got to go to you to find out what's happening in England.
Oh, well, they're having a heat wave over there, believe it or not. I think they hit the highest temperature of all time. So I called and said, how are you guys doing? Yeah, we're making it through fine. Just tell me when the movie's ready.
Does it melt? Film?
It doesn't matter. No.
So we don't use film anymore, right?
No. We have nice hard drives today.
Okay. As you can see, we have Ashley Fuller on the show, Lou Gazzara, Neil Portnoy, Tom Hillary, a special guest coming in, studio producer Mark Thomas, who can be heard every Monday through Friday right here on KMZQ from 6 to 9 in the morning with our buddy Andy Vieira, and Brian Nofel, our official Las Vegas Rocks radio show photographer. And thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Ashley, I want to talk to you in just a little bit. You're the star of The Collective, Ashley Fuller and The Collective over at Brad Garrett's. And Lou, you're starring currently in a show of your own. It's the Lou Gazzara Summer Concert Series.
Yes,
And that's coming to the IAC.
absolutely.
So we're
July
looking forward to that.
27th.
Yeah, that's next week. I'll be there, by the way. 27th? That's a Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday night coming up.
Sold out yet?
Almost, actually. It's
I got
just
the
gonna-
last 2 tickets.
No, there's still
Oh,
some tickets
there's
available.
more left? Okay, I thought I got the last
We
2.
can squeeze them in.
At 5:30 on the phone, my buddy from Street Corner Records, Mr. Stevie Dunham, to tell us what's the latest with the newest release by Little Anthony and the music, his new 40-song CD set coming out very shortly. And I just heard from Estefano the Entertainer, who is going to stop by on his way to a gig. But first, he'll be here. He's coming.
He's coming.
Yeah, he said he's going to drop by on his way to one of his gigs.
Did he do his hair up? Or?
I think he's got some new hairdo going.
Yeah. We'll find about that.
We're going to see him. I don't know.
Great.
I
I'm
don't know.
excited to see him because
Well,
I need to know the story, the correct story behind our great-grandfathers and the feast in Hamilton here. 147 years. Longest running Italian feast in the country.
Not the San Gennaro, though.
No, this is the Feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel
Okay.
in Hamilton.
But before we go to everybody, I got to do my disclaimers and shout-outs. Disclaimer is that all the music we play today is all legally licensed. This is a broadcast radio station, KMZQ 670 AM, and they are subscribed to all the necessary publishing houses, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, and whatever the others are. All these names.
LGBTQ plus.
I don't think that's part of a publishing house, but
It should be.
they got a lot of
Publishers
things. They got a lot of
Clearinghouse.
things to say. By the way,
Miracles can happen.
I haven't won that money yet. So that's our disclaimer. Everything is legal. Also, my shout outs now. Okay.
I got a quick. Did you play Mega Millions yet? It's up to like $700 million.
You know, Tammy asked me if I was going to drive over there and pick up one of those lottery tickets.
Well, if you drive, pick me up, and if I go, I'll pick you up.
Yeah, how do you know who's going to? If you win, I win. You know, I'm not going to tell you. If I pick up a cards for everybody in the room and it's the one card,
great.
that was mine.
A Jew and an Italian try to figure this one out.
That's
Ain't
right.
gonna happen.
Well, we do like they did back in the old days.
I'm afraid they
You bury him in the deserts and keep the check.
Something like that. Talking about the old days. How long have you been in Vegas, Ashley?
Almost 11 years.
Okay, so
Yeah.
those 11 years are the old days for you.
Yeah, they're not very old, I know.
But I go back 50. 50.
50
I
years.
hate saying it.
I wish I would have been back here.
Yeah,
50 years
it was a
ago.
fun place.
Do you remember all the
Never
barrels
tried
they
it.
put into Lake Mead? Or?
Well, they're showing up now. A couple of boats out there, too. You know? Hello to Tammy, my sweetheart. She's out listening, of course. My biggest fan. I love you, honey. Tommy and Janie down in Maricopa. Tommy and Janie Ronca, the Tommy of the original Chaperones, a do while back. Janet and Gene Ferrari. Janet Conway in New Jersey. Gene Ferrari down in there, Florida. Now they're getting ready to actually come put a deal together and come to Las Vegas.
I've been hearing that for 7 months now. They're finally coming, though,
They're
right?
going to come. They're working it out. I'm going to
Excellent.
hear from Janet. Maybe next week I'll have an announcement for you. We want to say hello to the folks over at Go Live Vegas. They carry our show each and every week. That is Aaron Eligas and Raquel Eligas. Thank you, guys. John, the announcer last week, we had a lot of fun with John. John Lindquist, he was great, wasn't he, Neil?
Talk about the voice, huh?
Yeah.
What do you call him? The baritone? The barrister of baritone.
Barrister, he put it on his website.
He did.
Barrister, I made up a thing for Johnny. You know Johnny, the announcer.
Yeah.
I said, you are the barrister of baritones. Just like you're the heir to the throne, Lou. The barrister of baritones.
For what it's worth.
For what it's worth. And next thing I know, he said he published it. I looked at his website, and there it is. And there it is. And he says, then he put, Ron Garrett said it. Whoops.
Wow.
Ron Garrett said it. So that was, thank you so much, John, the announcer. Johnny Lindquist. That was nice of him to do that. Also, Stevie Dunham was going to be calling in at 5:30. Hey, Stevie, looking forward to your call. Hello to little Anthony Gordine. He's out there ready to release that CD. We're looking forward to it. Rose Kingsley had a good show yesterday. Were you there, Lou? You shaking your head?
No,
You
I
missed it?
heard all about it though. I couldn't be everywhere at once. I was trying to promote and
They
do
probably
some other
wanted you
things.
there, right? We'll say hello to my Florida cousins. Neil, you want to do that?
Here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
Richie something.
Richie V.
Richie V.
Yeah.
Take it from there.
Diane, Michelle, Susie,
And on the West Coast?
and Frank.
And Frank.
That's on the West Coast. On
Oh,
the East
East
Coast
Coast.
of Florida are Bud Caputo and Lou Rosano.
Everybody's name ends in a vowel.
Yeah, I was going to
The
say.
West Coast is my father's side, the Geratanos, and the East Coast is my mother's side, the Rosanos.
Rosanos
And the
meet
Geratanos.
the Geratanos.
That's right. Because
That's a new show opening here in Vegas.
the Rosanos met the Geratanos when my mother met my father about 75 or 80 years ago, and so that's when it really happened.
Wow.
And my dad was born in Italy, by the way, just for not that makes any difference right now. Jerry and Marty up in Reno. Hey, Jerry Walker, one of the great casino guys, now a terrific insurance salesman. Marty Carmo out on Lake Tahoe right
The
now.
Marty party is happening.
He's had his Marty party every week. He goes on Lake Tahoe with a bunch of friends, and they watch us on his iPad and listen to us on his radio.
And they fish.
No, they don't fish.
They don't fish.
No, they're what is that called? They're motorboating is what they're doing.
Bobbing for apples.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right.
Bobbing for apples with stems.
I'm keeping it.
It's,
What is it?
that's very good.
FAA friendly.
There you go.
That's right. We want to say hello to the Italian American Club always, because as I always say, more entertainment than Caesar's Palace. And we're going to be talking to Lou here about his show coming up there, right? Aaron Phillips had a great show today, and congratulations, Aaron. We didn't know you knew so much about guns. We appreciate that. Also to John Scaglione, my buddy in Florida, who's bringing a big rock and roll show here to Las Vegas to be staged over at the event center across from the Sahara. So that should be a great show. One of the groups. And
Excellent.
he's been doing that for years.
Excellent.
He goes way back when he was working with Paul Anka's Jubilation nightclub and the Troubadour, one of the first nightclubs in Vegas ever. And I did a comedy show there.
The legendary troubadour.
Right, I did a Vegas Troubadour,
Right.
not the Los Angeles
Okay.
one. I did a comedy show at the Troubadour.
Were you on stage doing comedy?
I was on stage, and then they came and kicked me off stage in the middle of my act. I'll tell you that story another time. Also, here's a big shout out to the Stubbs Girls, starring in Love of Motown and More, a show called Love, Motown and More. The Stubbs Girls are the daughters and family of Levi Stubbs of the Four Tops
Wow.
and Joe Stubbs of the Falcons. Now, these guys are going to do, they're called the Stubbs Girls. They're going to do a great show. It's called Love of Motown and More, Friday, July 29th, at the Whitney Performing Arts Theater
Where is that?
on Tropicana. Thanks for asking. On Tropicana, East Tropicana, 5175 East Tropicana.
Near the library somewhere?
On East Tropicana.
It's like the Winchester.
Anybody work there? Have you
I've
been
actually
there?
done a show there once, like a long time ago. But yeah, it's a
Nice room?
Yeah.
Well, don't miss it. It's going to be a good show. The family of Levi Stubbs and Joe Stubbs. Wow. Also, on the show is the king of clean comedy, A.J. Jamal. And a guest star is Keita. I have not heard of Keita, Keeda.
I have not, but
Anybody?
I've worked with A.J. Jamal.
Is he
He's
funny?
extremely funny, and yes,
And clean?
and great. And it just rolls right off the tongue. He's not, searching for anything to
Yeah?
fill the gaps there. He really goes. Reminds you of Bill Cosby back in the day.
So
How
he won't be canceled like Chappelle, huh? He won't get...
No, well,
No, 'cause
I
he's
like,
clean.
I
He's
like
clean.
Chappelle.
I love
Yeah, me
Chappelle.
too.
I think it's a bad deal, but we'll talk about that some other time. We'll get a bunch of comedians on the show some night. We'll talk all about that kind of stuff. Okay, so I wanted to promote that. 2 shows, 7 p.m. and 8:30 p.m., $25 to get in. And you can buy tickets to this show at Eventbrite. Go ahead and do that. It's going to be a great show. Love of Motown and More, starring the Stubbs Girls. Okay? Sounds pretty good?
Yeah.
The Stubb sisters? No, the Stubb girls.
The Stubb Girls.
No alliteration used.
No, it should be great. Real Motown stuff going on, plus a whole bunch of other stuff that they do. So I promised them I'd give them a nice plug. We're going to go to break right now, and taking us to break is Ashley Fuller, singing at Brad Garrett's. Carrots. I can't even say my own name. You know why? Because it's not my real name. I can't. Not his either, by the way. And Brad, and also Rob Garrett. That's not his real name. 3 phony Garretts in the same room one day.
Showbiz.
It's showbiz.
Sounds like a new Dick Feeney show. 3 phony Garretts.
3 phony Garretts. Dick Feeney show. And now, right after Jew-Man Group, 3 phony Garretts. Let's go to break. Here's Ashley at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club. I hope the sound's all right.
I love David.
Okay, that sounds not great on that, but I have better cuts.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay, we're in break right now. When we come back, we're going to start the conversation.
David Ramirez taking out the cowbell.
Stick around.
Nice, right.
I know.
I'll get to you.
Whenever you want.
It's great. He's great.
That was fun.
More lawyer, less fee.
More lawyer, less fee.
You auditioning for the...
I would love to do voiceovers. Best job
That's where the
you
real
can do
money
in your
is,
underwear.
right? They advertise.
That's the best job you can do in your underwear.
I know. I was gonna say like you can have like all the benefit of doing
It's
what
like,
you do, but not having to
aside
look
from
like
artists,
anything.
right? You could technically do yours in your underwear too.
Correct.
Seriously.
I do, but don't tell anybody.
No, he's dressed up every day. Motorcycle boots
No,
on,
no.
fancy
Yes, sir.
shirt.
Honey trap and
Jeans
black
and
woman.
short sleeves.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And I just got the deal cut to go into another one.
Probably ready for shows.
Yesterday, so the
Show's
contracts,
fine.
the
Just, like,
extras
get
got
ready.
a check yesterday.
Put it all together.
Apron.
Bad news,
You
is
guys have
Forsyth
to
came
do
down with
so
COVID.
much before you go on stage.
Good
We
news
don't
is we're
know.
able to replace his Jeff
Really
Bailey.
funny. I missed you this week. You putting all this like funny stuff on, like brown shoes, like the big gloves, like for to scrub the fluid and stuff. And then Dorothy walks in and she's like, "Neil, what are you doing?" And you're like,
Wasn't
"I told him to
avoiding it.
make a video. Like,
Drop
get
it.
ready to do them on my yard." Like, I don't
Georgia
know.
on my mind, drop it.
Right.
Fancy,
But I
but
don't want to play. You don't want to play Georgia.
You're like, and then
Do.
it's just
Oh,
like,
just
you
drop
know,
it.
blah,
Oh,
blah,
yeah,
blah. You
yeah.
just coordinate it, and
Right,
then that's it.
you go and do it.
So I'm hoping I can get some of the movie stuff basically on autopilot for the next couple of months. So I can
Here we
work
go.
on
10
patents.
seconds.
10 seconds.
Learn more at sage.org.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. I'm your host, Ron Garrett. AM 670 KMZQ right here in Las Vegas on this Saturday evening. In studio right now, you can see it on Facebook Live. You can listen to it on the Go Live Vegas app, or you can just go to the radio in your car and tune in AM 670. Ashley Fuller, Lou Gazzara, Neil Portnoy, and Tom Hillary, and a special guest, Estefano, showing up in just a little bit. Let's turn our attention to the beautiful, lovely, and exciting, and boy, did you dress for this radio show today. I really appreciate it, Ashley.
I promise I'm working after this. Normally
Okay,
I'm in mom mode.
Are you going right to Brad Garrett's club
Yeah,
tonight?
yeah, I'm going right over there after it.
Well,
So
let
it
me tell
worked out
everybody.
perfect.
Let me tell everybody a little bit about you. Okay, you're
All
the
right.
star of Ashley Fuller and the Collective, currently at the MGM.
Correct.
You are the lead vocalist. You were the lead vocalist at Jubilee for a while.
Yeah. it was-
You're from Glendora, California. We did some research. You studied performing arts at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy.
That's correct.
Tell us a little bit about that. Did you you were started singing when you were, well, I have it here, just 14 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I actually started when I was 8. I sang in choirs forever, and I always kind of just felt like music and singing was more my thing. Did musicals, I did all kinds of summer conservatory work, and I wanted to get out of Glendora because it's such a small little town, and I auditioned for school, and I went to New York out there, and went to AMDA and lived there for about 3 years, and graduated and auditioned, and, you know.
You were at Carnegie Hall when you were 14 years old.
I was, yes.
How did that happen? That sounds like a pretty good story.
Yeah, so like I said, I sang in choirs forever, and I sang in pretty prestigious choirs.
You grew up singing in choirs. That's your beginning.
I did, yeah. And the choir I was in was picked to be in the Henry Festival, Chorale Festival. And at 14 years old, I was singing on stage in Carnegie Hall with my choir, and it was, I was so young, but I really knew how special it was. I kept thinking, Frank Sinatra sang here, and all these amazing, artists that I really idolized at that age even. So I still am like, I'm going to make my way back there before I die and sing there again. That's my goal.
That's going to happen.
It is absolutely going to happen.
It's on my to-do list,
So, Ash, what you come to Vegas. When did you get to Vegas? Because, the entertainers coming to Vegas, it's like, I'm going to make it big. I'm going to the entertainment capital of the world.
Right.
They don't realize that 3,000 other people are coming to do the exact
Every day.
same thing
Yes.
every day. Some
Every
make it, some-
day.
I mean, you've sustained, you've grown. Everybody knows who you are. In my opinion, one of, if not the best female voice in Las Vegas.
That's very kind of you to say. Thank you very
And
much.
so you're now in Vegas, and this is prior to meeting Aaron. But you met your husband on a cruise ship, correct?
I did.
You both were doing the cruise ship, so
Yes.
you had a whole career doing the cruise ships. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I went on cruise ships after I graduated school in New York. I kind of went and got a real job because people were saying, you got to have a backup plan. So I wanted to make money, and I wasn't doing that, auditioning for shows and singing Broadway musical tunes at the time. And I got sick of my day job, and I just auditioned to go on cruise ships and sing. And I met Aaron, my husband, on the very first ship that I got placed on, and the very first band that I was placed in. I just was randomly, put with him.
What was the name of the ship? The Love Boat?
Nice.
No, it was the Carnival.
Captain Stubing there.
I wish it was that sexy. It wasn't. It was the Carnival Dream. That's where I met Aaron. And honestly, we've been inseparable since then. I met him, and it's kind of like the rest is history. It really is.
Another guy right next to you, he met his wife on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
Right?
It seems to be there's something in the water, it just kinda
Maybe it is,
happens.
huh? So that you did, right, Lou?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and what was her position?
That was the love boat we were on, Princess.
That was the love. Oh, Princess, okay. And she was working there as a hostess or
Supervisor, food and beverage. She ran,
food and beverage.
at
boss,
times, 70, 80 people at a time.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Wow.
And you were singing, and she said, "Wow,
Yeah.
look at this guy."
She said, she had no clue. She could care less. She said her show was after midnight.
When you
and
told her
others
you were Italian, she should have taken off right there.
Oh, no, everybody on Princess is Italian. That's a
That's a good
flag.
thing, then. That's
It's
a
red
good thing.
flag. No.
You did Divas 3. That's one of the shows you were in.
Yeah, that was a guest entertainer show that I did on ships
That's
for a while.
a cool one. You also appeared in some plays. You were Gloria and Dan Yankees.
Yes.
Adelaide in Guys and Dolls. Dolls?
Yeah, that was
And
an interesting
this
choice.
was a while back, though, right?
Yeah. This was before I was on cruise ships. That's when most of my base of my training or whatever you want to call it is in musical theater. I loved it so much. But why I loved cruise ships is because it really forced me to be versatile. Like I couldn't just sing Broadway songs. I had to sing, pop, country, learn all the Beatles tunes, like sing everything. And we're singing every single night for multiple hours at a time. So.
You know what's really amazing? You listen to her voice, and it's, low, on the low register, and then you go and listen to her sing, and just when you think she's hit the high note, she goes 3 octaves above it. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's just...
Oh, my God.
Jumps right up there.
It just jumps, but it doesn't glide, right, Lou? It doesn't glide up there. It
Only
just
the dogs
goes
can hear it
there.
at that point.
Are we gonna get a contest of who can sing higher, Lou or Ashley?
I didn't know Lou was gonna beat me. I just thought you
Oh,
know.
well, there's no contest needed today.
No. But I did drag out Dorma for us tonight, and we'll hear you do that.
I want to bring up real quickly, Ashley is involved now in a contest for an opening act to perform
Yes.
at the Hollywood
That's
Bowl.
true. Yes. Yep.
You want to talk about that now?
Yeah, just a little bit. I want to play a little music,
Okay,
and we'll talk about that in just a little bit.
perfect.
Okay, thank you, Neil. Let's play something by Ashley. I've got
Okay.
this queued up right now. This is Georgia on My Mind, and tell us a little bit about it. Where was this recorded?
This was actually at the Tuscany, where I'm there every Wednesday night with my band. My husband's also in that band as well, and it's the same band I perform with at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club Lounge. And we do everything. We do jazz and soul and all that.
Let's
So
listen to it.
one of those.
Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, Georgia, Georgia. A song of you comes as sweet and clear as moonlight through.
Wow, you sing that great.
Thank you.
Now, I want to know is which one's a wig? The dark hair you have on now, or the blonde hair? Well, the blonde hair that's in the video.
No wigs. I've been blonde for
Neither.
so long, and I finally was like, I'm tired of being blonde. Vegas is a blonde everywhere. It's like, I'm going back to my roots, baby. I'm going back to my
Literally
I mean,
roots.
yeah, I'm Italian as well, so like I'm a brunette.
I did
you
the
know.
same thing a month ago. It was tough to get things, the shipping supplies, the
You got tired of being a
shortages.
blonde?
I went back to the roots, and you can see the silver coming
Why are
through the sides.
you, Lou, why are you looking at me when you're talking about hair products? I don't get it.
Yeah, you're not the right guy to go to on
Not
hair
me, not
products.
happening.
No. Speaking of guys with a lot of hair, I want to give a plug for the Bronx Wanderers right now. Pretty lousy segue. But
There's a lot of hair in that show.
there is a lot of hair in that show. Vinny's got it down to his butt.
Yep.
And Little Vinny, we can't call him Little Vinny anymore. It's
Vincent
Vincent John.
John.
Vincent
I
John.
just saw Vincent John the other day over at Marco Tools.
He did a good job. He's pushing his new single or his new album.
It's awesome. Sounds amazing. He did one of the originals live.
It gave me. I got a feel of Queen in that song. By the way, I got a little touch of that. I felt a little bit of Queen going on in there. So we'll see what happens with that. That should be interesting. But first, let's plug them. They're at the Westgate Sunday through Thursday. Sunday at 6 o'clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8. They're out on weekends right now doing shows on Fridays and Saturdays, but they're there Sunday through Thursday. Catch them. Tickets start at only $54. You can get $49 on some shows. Check it out on Vegas.com or call the Westgate Direct. It's a great show, and they're also the winner of the Best of Vegas.
Yep.
They're not exactly a tribute show, but
Well, all I know is they're racking up frequent flyer miles.
they're getting a lot. They're getting a big audience now. They're doing great. Also, Menopause, the musical. over at Harrah's. 16 years now it's playing.
Longest
Awesome.
run.
I love
Amazing.
that.
Have you seen it yet?
I haven't. I keep talking to Vita. I'm like, I gotta come see you when I've been meaning to.
Vita's great. She's been there for a long time in the show forever, and that's a great show.
It is a great
You
show.
do not have to be a woman to enjoy
No,
it.
I now understand what menopause means. I do. No, 3 shows I've seen, and
You want to explain that to him?
no.
Okay, I'm glad. We're going to take a break right now. We're going to listen to, as you all might know or don't know, Lou Gazzara was a finalist on American Idol back in,
the
I don't want
day.
to say what year it was. You were 17. You were 17 years
I
old.
was 17
You were the youngest finalist on the American Idol.
at the time.
At
Yes.
the time. I'm sure there's been others after that, but
Yeah.
at the time. And you did Michael Bolton's song. You covered it, How Am I Supposed to Love? How am I supposed to live without you? I can't read the script. I need new glasses. You know, we're not going to play the part where they talk about you, though, Lou. Come on.
You can.
Nah, I don't want to do that. We're going to listen to this. This was Lou's.
That's the best
And
part.
this was a great job you did on this one. Here's Lou at the American Idol.
I could hardly believe it when I heard the news today.
Go to break with this.
I had to come and get it straight from you. So tell me all about it. Tell me about the plans you're making. Oh, tell me one thing more before I go. Now, I don't want to know the price I'm gonna pay for dreaming. Now that you're without you. Now that I've been loving you so long, baby, how am I supposed to live without you? And how am I supposed to carry on when all that I've been living for is gone?
Guys and gals, by now you know there are non-invasive and minimally invasive medical solutions to hair
That was good, Lou.
outside of
17?
At 17, right?
That was absolutely
What is it like
fantastic. You
hearing
should
the
have won
voice
that
of
one.
such right now? Your grandchildren were like, I appreciate that. Really?
You up for that?
You sound killer, man.
Still about
I
yourself.
actually I love it. Nice to meet you.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. How many people went out there?
Right after that, you up that one and get this one ready.
Oh my gosh.
We're alumni. Remember Harry Williver?
Okay.
Number 2 out of 20 videos.
We're doing well.
No.
30 minutes into the show, we're going to get a call shortly.
All the shows I was talking
Estefano's here, so we'll just
Stephen's calling, right?
one of like 400. That was about 20 minutes.
That's the one. 1 minute.
There's videos on my channel.
Huh?
There's videos on my channel
So,
that I know are that won't cut out on you or whatever. Some are
that's all right.
fan
Say so.
posts.
how do they get away with that? It's normally the online companies that are based out of the country in places like Costa Rica or hiding on tribal land to skirt state limit laws. And others are just lead generators who will just bombard you with calls, texts, and emails. Just be careful and do your research.
The post I did with
Founder of
Brad,
Dollar Loan
Oh,
Centers.
yeah.
Very sound advice about
37.
online loans. We have over
Nuts.
50 local licensed locations, and our friendly Dollar Loan Center staff are ready to help while keeping your
Well, it
information
was
safe.
crazy that
Stop
one.
by or check us out online at
Pleasure
don'tbegroup.com for
finally
all the
meeting you.
details.
Your work is amazing.
Here we go.
And I showed them.
Seconds?
5 seconds.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks radio show. I'm Ron Garrett, your host, right here on 670 AM KMZQ. Join me and the great guests we have this evening, Ashley Fuller, Lou Gazzara, Neil Portnoy, and Tom Hillary. We'll be to Tom in just a little bit. But first, I want to talk to Lou real quick. Hey, Lou, I'm looking here. There's one quote. I just love this quote. A singer. They called you a singer with fever and funk, grit and class, soul and sizzle. I love that.
I think that was Larry from Tour Guide Magazine. I think that was a long time ago we did that interview. But, you know, it's stuff like that that really has helped over the years. And just being on your show has helped. And I'm sure
Oh, thank you for
I'm
that.
sure if we dig through the archives, we can find a few Mr. New Year's Eve, the heir to the throne. I think we can put a few down on paper that
Mr. New Year's Eve, that right?
I mean,
That worked out.
These are all things that we sold that show out 4 months in advance. It just happens to be that COVID didn't like to play.
And you have another show coming up next week.
Absolutely, we're going to make up for it. July 27th, this Wednesday night coming up, and it's going to be off the cuff. We've got an amazing band. Stephen Lee on guitar, Keith D. Nelson on bass, Robbie Wingfield on the keys, and of course everybody loves Pepe Jimenez on drums and percussion. And we're gonna really let loose on some arrangements that have usually been a little more constrained. We're not gonna worry about the tracks or this or that.
Is this going to be a new Lou Gazzara we're going to see up there?
I don't know if it's gonna be a new Lou, but definitely no holds barred. So,
No holds barred. Should be a good show.
yeah, it's
Should
going to
be
be
a
a
good
lot
show.
of fun.
And we will be in attendance.
And it's in air condition.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah, it's an air conditioned environment.
Just like the movie theaters. That's where you went to get
with
cool.
food and alcohol. I mean, I
Yes.
think that's what they do best, right? 65 years they've been doing it. I think they're doing something right.
Tammy and I will be there. We're going to be seeing the show, but I don't want to be in the front row because then you wouldn't keep your eyes off.
Of course, yeah, exactly.
And not me. You'd be looking at Tammy. You bet. Not me. Anyway, who just dropped in here? I got Stevie. Bring Stevie in. Hey, Stevie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey,
Okay, hang in there. Just hang in there for a little while. Listen to the show. I'm going to be right back at you. But I got Mr. Estefano DiSanto just showed up in the studio to plug his newest thing. What are you doing here? Who invited you?
Nobody.
You
I
just show
wanted
up?
to stop by to say hello and thank you for everything that you do. My show was successful the other night at the Sterling Club because of you.
Because of me. Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, right.
People listen to your show, and this is the greatest opportunity to promote. And I want to say thank you. You have amazing talent. The city of Las Vegas is filled with entertainment. Your guest today, Ashley Fuller, alumni, I just found out, went to the same college, same teacher, Lou Gazzara. I've known him since 2004, and after 18 years, I finally got to say hello to him because he's always working in the professional world. You have great artists like Mr. Neil Portnoy, and of course, film extraordinaire, Mr. Tom Hillary. And I think I've won your show that if you ever got sick and Neil was out, maybe I could be the third. But I just wanted to come by to say thank you.
I can't. Joe Chavera's got the dibs on
Oh,
that.
boy.
Just kidding.
That's okay. We'll take care of him. There's one more can in the desert, I think.
He's getting everywhere, that guy, right?
He is, absolutely. He's a very nice guy.
He is
He's
a
come
nice
to
guy.
see me at my show before.
We like Joe. I'm just kidding. Hey, thanks for dropping by real quick. I know you're on your way to... Are you working tonight?
I'm actually not working tonight. I'm
Oh.
going to support 4 different artists and 4 different casinos that are working that have come to see me at my shows at the Sterling Club under the direction of Miss Kelly Clinton, which I'm excited about. So I appreciate everything you do. Thank you for having me. Congratulations to both of you and your success, and I hope to see you both very soon. And yes, I will be there at the Italian American Club to see
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you,
man.
Thank you for dropping in. You can stick around if you wish, if you want. But I've got Stevie Dunham on the phone. Stevie.
Yeah, how you doing, Ronnie? What's going on?
I'm doing good. Thank you for calling in. Give us an update on Little Anthony and the Music's new CD release.
It should be out of the plant by the end of the month. We've got a national campaign with our publicist in effect, Phil Brown. He's working it really hard. This thing's going to do really well for Anthony's career. This is the biggest thing in Anthony's career to date. And for those who don't know who Little Anthony is, Little Anthony Cortine was in the Imperials, and he's been in the music business for almost 70 years. 7 decades.
Well, we're looking forward to the release.
Family extraordinaire. Yeah.
Yes, he is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's amazing, and we're looking for that release to take place here in town, and maybe we'll put some kind of event together.
I think it's great. He reached puberty at age 8 with his voice, and it never went down.
He sounds the same.
He sounds exactly the same.
Yeah, he's great.
We've been doing this. We started this project in February of 2022. Mike Miller, Anthony, and I were partners in this endeavor, and it's just been a fun ride since then. Fun ride, a lot of work, fun ride, and it's limitless. We don't know how far we can take it. So I'm just really proud, honored, and humbled to be a part of this project. I really am.
Thank you,
It
Steve.
makes my label plug really nice.
Thank you, Stevie, for calling in. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll get you back. We'll get you back on the show. Give you some more time in person when you come to the studio. We're going to continue to update what's going on with Little Anthony and the music. It sounds great. We look forward to the release. Look forward to having you back in here. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
See you, Stevie.
See you. We're going to go to break right now. Here's Lou's extended promo. Lou, here's a couple of different versions of you singing everybody else. Go ahead.
Break early? You want to break early?
Yes. Keep the break down, sit down, and come back. I need an action song.
I got one ready.
Just want to talk about the contest.
Yeah, okay.
How to plug it into
Still got 25 minutes.
Yep. Good show.
I'm going to come back and Tom, get him into it, and then we'll come back around and go through everything again. Yes. Save that for next week.
Okay.
I may go over you again, just to have more time to talk.
If you want a shirt for your car, I have my black magic marker. I can just take the LA off.
I think when they get to like top 5, we might have to. Oh no, I have it right here. It's because of my headphones.
Just that sleek, that black chrome, man. I was walking up, looking at that vehicle. That's
Mine?
yeah. That's
You want me to talk about the movies I'm doing right now? Or
Yeah. Yeah, it's an old car.
I'm not sure there was.
It's in good shape.
Oh, this
About that a
looks
year.
brand new.
It's beautiful.
It's an amazing car. It's something.
My car came up on my dashboard. Check your brake pads.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's okay. You know, I like the car
Mercedes.
that tilts them in the Benz.
Mercedes warns you of everything. We got
Warns me of
12
everything.
seconds? 30. 30 seconds, okay.
yeah, my car did the exact same thing. I mean, after the pandemic, I'm driving around. I take it, the thing flashes. It says, "Check your bank account." And I said, everything about me. It knows everything that's going on. It's a little intrusive.
Chips.
Everybody's watching and hearing what's going on. We're in break right now. Be careful. Okay, we're going to come back. I'm going to come back to Tom. And then we'll go around the room again. Just hang in there.
That was clean comedy.
Yeah, it was.
Here we go. Bye.
Here we go.
Get the facts at pestworld.org.
And we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show. I'm Ron Garrett, your host here at AM 670 KMZQ. Join me and this great group of guests, Ashley Fuller, Lou Gazzara, Mr. Neil Portnoy, and Tom Hillary. Tom, what's going on in the movie business?
Oh, all kinds of exciting things, Ron.
Yeah?
First of all, you know that I believe...
Selling any tickets to these movies?
Well, yeah. I mean, why would I keep doing this if I wasn't?
I just wanted to make sure.
I didn't say I'm getting rich doing it. I just said I'm selling some tickets.
Yeah, well.
Okay, well, there are two things I like doing. Number one, I like entertaining people. Number two, I like keeping actors
Don't worry,
employed.
there's no rich people in this room.
There's no rich people.
No, I wouldn't worry about it.
I know it's in the wrong place. So,
Yet.
yeah, we're all aspiring. Don't worry.
Lou
Ron.
says yet, I
You're
agree.
going to make it, man. No problem. What's going on right now is we got Black Warrant still going through post-production. That's the one with Tom Berenger, who's the Golden Globe winner.
We know Tom Berenger.
You know
Sure.
Tom Berenger, of course. Well, I know him too because I paid for a movie that he's in. Well, partially paid. We got Honey Trap going through post-production in England. Yes, I know it's about a Russian girl, but we had to do it in England. Things work that way. But in the meantime, while I got that going on, I decided, let's do another movie. Right? Why not?
Why not?
So we got Palido going right now. Just did the contracts on that one a couple of days ago.
What's the name of it?
Palido, Spanish word for pallid, is in going pale, ghost-like.
How do you spell that?
Palido.
That's Spanish.
That's Spanish, yes, for pallid.
Okay, all right.
So it's from the same company that did the Black Warrant. They're very good at doing adventure movies, Premier Entertainment, and they work with ITN Distribution.
Tom Berenger has a long list of credits. I mean, he's been in a lot of great movies.
The man's from right. I think he's an Emmy winner too. On top of it.
That's all right.
Yeah. So sad news is William Forsythe was going to be in Pallid and came down with COVID. So it's all hope that he recovers. But we did have to replace him. We're replacing him fast with a fellow named Jeff Fahey.
Did he fist bump with Biden? Is that what happened?
He might have done. Yeah, you can catch anything from
okay,
Brian.
I'm just
Yeah,
checking.
yes.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. So that's what's going on. As soon as everything's ready to be viewed, I'll let you know when and where to see it, and I'll let you know what progress we got with Palido.
Sounds good.
You know, I'd like to be part of one of these movies one of these times. And mi madre es puertorriqueña. I can speak in Spanish, so, you know, I could...
Okay, no problem. I'll only tell you one thing. As an actor, you got to be ready for two things.
Oh, here we go.
You're going to be punched in the face and tackled to the ground.
Is that right?
Are you ready for that?
I thought it was just show up on time.
That was
the advice column.
no,
now
after-
it's get punched in the face to get tackled and kicked. The donkey is going to drag me down the mountain, Palido off the cliff.
I like that donkey thing. You're giving me ideas, man.
Sounds rough. I don't know if I'm up for it. You know.
Well, the show up on time still counts. Now, this is after you show up on time, what you
Then
can
you
look
get
forward to.
One week Tom tells you show up on time. Next week he says don't make movies because you can get hurt. So,
I didn't say that.
But I got a new. I know, but I have a new job for
Make the
you.
movies anyway, yes.
I think that Alec Baldwin's looking for a new handler of his weapons, so maybe you might want to.
Let him handle his own weapons, okay? I don't want to be in the room with him.
Okay, that's fine. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Mr. Hollywood over there, and he's got movies in production. Also, you can watch watch one of them right now on what is it, Tubi?
Yeah, Looks Can Kill.
Looks Can Kill on Tubi. Which
And not only do you get punched in the face and you get knocked down, but you got to take your shirt off, right? That's the type of movies they
You know, you get knocked down, and I get up again.
You got to get up.
You gotta
get up again.
You notice he's still interested.
Yeah, Ashley, we're going to play some more music of yours right now. I'm going to talk to you a little further about what's going on in your life. I have queued up now, Missing You. This one was at the Space.
This was, yeah.
And by the way, I'm looking at the video. Those of you who are watching Facebook Live, you can see the video on Mark's computer screen. And you look quite stunning in this particular
thank
video.
you. Appreciate
Let's listen
that.
to a little bit of this and come back and talk to you about it.
Okay.
You're belting that out pretty good there, Ashley.
Thank you.
Tell me about the Space. So, what was that? When did that take place? You worked there often?
I did my own show there actually, where I had like a 14-piece band that my husband and I, we did a show called Lady Soul, and it was just a tribute show to soul music from, you know, when it started to modern day. And I've done just like promoting myself through Monday's Dark and things there for Mark throughout the years. So that was one of the Monday's Dark nights there. Yeah.
Talk about promoting yourself. You're now involved in a pretty impressive contest to play at the legendary, world-famous Hollywood Bowl. But you need help from our viewers and our listeners to vote for you. Talk a little bit about that and how they can vote.
Yes, thank you so much for bringing that up. So, I'm going to be honest. This is the part of the business I hate. I hate self-promotion. I hate asking for people to vote for me. I hate things because a lot of times they're rigged. They are already predetermined. But I was just like, you know what? This looks fun. I'm just going to submit my band for it. You know, why not? I have nothing to lose. I'm making a full-time living as a professional singer. So really, to me, you don't put anything out there, you're not going to get it back. But it's to open the annual Odyssey concert that they have every year at the Hollywood Bowl, which is formerly radio.com. And they've been doing this for the last couple of years, you know, prior to COVID. And how you get into the main running, we're already now in the top 15, is you have to have votes. So We have, you go to theopenact.com and you look for my name. And actually on my Facebook, it's just Ashley Fuller. I'm the only one in Las Vegas. You can find the link and you're going to do the free daily vote. It's free. It takes no money, no time except 30 seconds maybe to click on a vote link for us. And by your vote, you help kind of push us into the next category before we get the actual title of Win
Well,
Hero.
you do a pretty good job of promoting yourself. That was pretty good.
You
Now,
know what?
where is that website, Neil? What
It's
is it?
theopenact.com,
Okay.
and you'll see us. We're the collective.
Openact.com.
Correct.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
important thing about this is I'm very familiar with this because I did the Park West Made in Vegas competition.
How'd that work out?
Well, you know what? How it worked out was it's tremendous exposure.
Yes, it is.
I was in the top 3 out of over 500.
And you're also the
contestants.
biggest vote getter.
I was also the largest vote getter.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes, I was going to say in my mind that there usually is a word called winner.
That's right.
Yeah,
You were the winner.
I was the winner.
That's how I look at it.
Where it
If
ends
Hillary
up-
can say she won.
Yeah.
He won. He got the votes.
It was, but I understand the rigged part. I understand.
Nah,
that,
it's not rigged, this
It's
one.
not rigged, but it could be predetermined because they like a certain artist style,
Yeah.
genre, whatever.
Yeah.
But it does not hurt to get out there, like Ashley said, and vote for her
Let's vote
because
for
she
Ashley.
does so much for the community, and she's good enough to win it all.
Well, I also want to say that the main reason I'm doing this one is I have 2 kids. My youngest daughter is she has cerebral palsy, so she's got a lot of medical condition, disabilities going on. And the main reason I did this is because you win $10,000 with it. So I wanted to win $10,000 to
Take the
buy
money.
medical equipment for my daughter because
Absolutely.
Southern Nevada has horrible medical insurance.
Now,
for us.
you were in Jubilee, which was a production show here on the Strip, of course.
Yes.
Lou was in Vegas, the show, which is a production show
Yes.
here on the Strip. You guys, the experience of doing that, being a lead singer, and you were too, Lou, in a show like that, is that out of this world? Is that great? But I want to ask one thing to Ashley. I saw the movie Showgirls. I want to know. We all know in the movie Showgirls?
Yes.
We know it.
Stefano?
Elizabeth Berkley.
Yeah, that's right.
Jessica from Saved by the Bell, of course.
Tom, you seen the movie Showgirls?
I think I saw all of it.
You probably want to make a remake of that.
They
Tom.
probably paused it in certain parts only.
Is
That's the side. Only saw
Is
certain
that the
parts.
way? Is that the way it is backstage when the showgirls are coming out? When you guys are getting ready to go and the showgirls are low? Is that the way it is? With it?
I mean, I don't think it was. It didn't. It was not as cutthroat and crazy as that. I
You
mean,
don't trip nobody and push them down the stairs.
there may have been girls, but I was one of the singers, so I was a no threat to them. I had my clothes on, so like I wasn't competing
No,
for any of
I
those.
think it's ridiculous that nobody's sitting there with marbles or whatever. I mean, you're going to use something from costume that would seem legitimate.
Not marbles,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Sequins, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
there you go.
I
No.
mean, I think it's like in any business. There's people that will do things, to
I
maybe
know.
get ahead. But no, it's not that crazy.
No, being part of a cast is integral for anybody that wants to get into the industry. If they eventually want to become a headliner, sure, some people start off 12 years old, they sing by themselves, they become superstar, Michael Jackson, whatever, you name it. But most of the time you need friends in this business and you make them through shows, and that's where your family kind of, and that's where you meet the people that you work with for years and years, and being part of casts like that, especially at this level in Las Vegas where everyone's just a consummate professional, that really molds you into and gets you ready for next steps in your career.
Are you going to be in the Christmas show this year like the last one? That was amazing. That
It
show.
was an amazing show. Pat Caddick and PC Entertainment still looking for a new venue for that, possibly.
Not gonna go back to the
I'm not
Venetian?
sure if they're going back to the Venetian. Venetian got new ownership right around the same time. So you know how this is, Ron. You were up there in these big executive positions before, and
I
at the
was, yeah.
casinos, and things go from one day to the next. So
Well, when you change owners,
I would
everybody's
like
out.
to be, I'm still available. I'm booking dates actively during that time because I can't wait around for the rodeo if it doesn't come, right? We're very hopeful that should get off the ground in a few months, and we'll have some positive news to announce.
When we took over a hotel, everybody was in trouble. We always said, we made the statement, everybody's staying, not to worry about it. And that's mostly true. Bartenders, cocktail waitresses, back of the house, they all stayed. Who got fired were all the bosses. You're out of here. You're not the director of nothing anymore. Beat it. And so on. And we put new bosses in.
Does that need to translate into entertainment nowadays? I mean, do you
Not
need
really.
to get rid of a show
No.
if it's doing well? No,
I
you
wouldn't-
don't,
no,
you don't
I
have to
wouldn't.
get rid of an
I
actor.
I
A lot of
inherited.
people want to do that nowadays.
I
just to
inherited
make their,
shows and
make
I-
their mark or
well-
put their stamp on it, right? They just
but
closing the show and a new one's opening up.
You
But
know
that
what?
show
A lot
was
of
there for
times,
10
though,
years.
Lou, when you're bringing in a new entertainment director, maybe coming from MGM, maybe coming from Caesars, they have
Their own people.
own people.
That's right.
And it's just like I have tattooed on the inside of my arm. One moment in time changes everything. We live in a city. We work in a
You
city.
see mine? You see mine?
No, you have none.
Mine says, don't split the money before you rob the bank. That's my...
Yours says call Tammy. That's all it is.
Yeah, there, and her phone number is right
Right,
underneath there.
right. But correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, we live in a city, the entertainment and sports capital of the world, that one moment in time can change everything, because everyone in their lifetime will come to Las Vegas. You
At one
never
point.
know who you're performing in front of.
Oh, sure,
You never know
absolutely.
who's referring you to other people, and it's just that one moment.
Our buddy Mark Maynard is
Sure.
a terrific Frankie
Frankie
Valli
Valli.
tribute artist, but so is Lou. Let's listen to Lou and his Four Seasons medley that I queued up right now, just to, hey Mark, this is for you.
You want to take this? You want to take this to go?
No. You know that last time. Yeah, we're not going to get to KO.
Can you come out tonight?
Why don't you come on?
To my Swiss party.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I love how it
Sing
goes right from,
That was great. Okay, guys, when we come back, we're going to have about 6-7 minutes.
What did I say last
7
time?
minutes.
Every time I sing in the shower, the water turns on. I cannot carry it to me.
About 5.5.
Okay.
Where were you when they
When we come back, everybody, 5.5 minutes. I'm going to go around the room. We continue to plug. Go with your shows. I'll bring up, I need another one by, I want an Ashley song.
Sixth
We have, what about us?
Yeah, put that one. In case I need it. Otherwise, we'll go to 8:00. Make sure I have it.
Oh, you did go?
Yeah, it's sixth.
It's the gate.
You know,
Where are the...
That was funny. I was at Fremont Street a couple of weeks ago. I swear to God, AC/DC tribute song is way better than these songs. You don't need them
Travis Clover's got you the better helmet.
And Marty is on the lake. Hey, Ron, watching the show on my boat at Lake Tahoe. Barbecue ball going and the wine is flowing.
Yeah,
Great
well,
show.
That sounds like what I
the
want
Marty
to do.
party.
The Marty party.
Actually, do you want me to email you any of the photos?
Oh, yeah, sure, that'd be great.
Just write down your email, unless you have a card.
I can write it down, actually, yeah.
Tom, we're going to go around the room. So you guys,
Yeah, I'll do a quick thing.
I don't want to do cast. What were you doing before? You should back on it.
oh, yeah, I guess it's the same.
Actually, when we go around again,
Yes.
I know Ron will still mention that website again.
Yes.
Just keep it going.
Definitely.
Then when singers get sick, they'll go call. Because you're going to use you. If you can talk, you're going to work. And I was, Ashley and I had the same cruise director. Okay, here we go. 5 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
and we're back on the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show. I'm Ron Garrett, your host, AM 670 KMZQ. And joining us again for the final segment of the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show is Estefano, the entertainer. We love having you here. Ashley Fuller, Mr. Lou Gazzara, Neil Portnoy, and Tom Hillary. And let's say goodbye, say hello, whatever you want to do. We got about 4 or 5 minutes. Let's go around the room. You're still here.
I am.
You didn't leave when I said leave. I had to call security. what happened to security? I called.
He got stuck to the chair.
Right?
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me to come in and stop by and make this appearance. And it's an honor to meet Ashley Fuller because I got to see you on Sunday night when you were performing with a friend. But your show I will catch on a Wednesday night at the Tuscany Casino. Lou, someone asked me what I thought of after hearing you after 18 years of seeing you the first time. And I have to say that, sir, you are the truest form of Las Vegas's entertainment and music history. You are the one person in entertainment that compares to what Wayne Newton made Las Vegas entertainment. And I mean that genuinely from the bottom of my heart.
Wow.
Neil, absolutely. Neil, you are a talent. I watch all your stuff all the time on, and Neil, Hillary, Mr. Hillary, I looked to sing in one of your shows, yes, Tom. And Mr. Garrett, thank you so much. And your friend Barbara Brighton said, give him a kiss. I said, I won't do that, but I'll tell him about it.
I forgot to plug Barbara again. She gets mad at me. Barbara Brighton, ladies and gentlemen.
I love Barbara.
We all love Barbara.
Yes, we do.
You know, without a doubt. Ashley Fuller, you're at Brad Garrett's Comedy Club. Did he just put the lounge there recently? Has it always been there?
So
Because it's a great idea.
It's been there for a while. They used to be downstairs in the basement, and as of November, they moved it upstairs, and it's in a perfect location. It's right across, well, it's right down the hall from the Grand Arena. We're there Fridays and Saturday nights, and actually this week we were there Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. We're there 7 to midnight, and I couldn't ask to work for a better person than Brad Garrett and Cindy Nelson. They run that club amazing, and they treat us so well. I also want to plug, every Wednesday night I'm at the Tuscany, which is off the strip, and my band, same band, we're there, but we do more like soulful kind of R&B, jazz. Also, I'm at Delilah at the Wynn. I perform there a couple times a month. And also tomorrow night, I'm singing with one of my favorite bands, the Sean DeGraff Band. We are at the Mob Museum at the Underground doing some of his amazing arrangements. I really want to plug them because they're a fantastic band that's really never, given enough praise for his creative arrangements of his songs. And now also, to vote for us, vote, even though I hate to say, vote for us. It's an open act, and we are the collective, and we appreciate your votes. Your votes can help, get us to open at the Hollywood Bowl, and we would so appreciate it. So thank you so much.
And helping out Abby as well.
You bet.
And helping out the little one. Thank you.
Lou, you got a lot coming up.
I've got a lot coming up, all happening on July 27th.
All
thankfully.
in one day.
All in one day. So it's the main event. 20 years in show business.
You going to sing and dance? You going to dance for everybody like you do? You going to make those
Oh,
moves?
absolutely.
Especially when you do James Brown, I get the biggest
Everyone
kick out of
wonders
that.
where I get my pants done because they don't split. Or they want to see where they're split. They don't split.
There's a reason you sing that high. There it is.
You have stretch seams on your pants, mate.
Absolutely. But that's July 27th. It's going to be an amazing, amazing night with a live band.
Ben Spano and all the folks over the
Absolutely.
IAC.
Ben Spano,
they're
Jimmy
gearing up for you.
Gerard, Angela Casero.
Great food, great food.
65 years in Las Vegas history. Everybody from Sinatra, talking about artists that have been on certain stages.
And a couple of shady characters have been in there a few times as well.
Hey, don't talk about me before the show. We're trying to sell tickets. I'm trying to do the best I can to get people over there and have, like you said, just entertain, have a really good
And
time.
let's say hello to your wife and your children.
Absolutely.
Give them a shout
Playing
out.
us at home with Serafina and Maximus, the twins, the little babies. Presley's there cleaning his room and being the
Clean out that room, Presley.
unbelievably good little boys listening to everything. And my parents are actually going to fly into town. They'll be here during the 27th.
Well,
so
that's
that'll be
fantastic.
Really fun.
Fantastic. Thank you for being here today. Neil,
you.
what do you got going with
Well,
Wham?
we got the August Wham coming up on August 9th at Portnoy Gallery from 6 to 10 with the Golden Pipes. Carnell from the Vegas Golden Knights. His duo will be playing with Lene, and it's to support, as always, the Tyler Robinson Foundation for Pediatric Cancer. There'll be a lot of raffle prizes. There'll be, of course, the artwork, entertainment. It could be a sold out. This could be the big one. But it's August 9th, $20 to get in, and that's to make sure that the entertainers get paid. And oh, by the way, our Christmas December at Wham features Ashley Fuller.
Wow, that's fantastic.
right.
And Tom, I've got 12 seconds.
12 seconds. Actors. I was kidding Lou earlier about being punched in the face, but not really. Actors have to be ready to do fight scenes. Action, drama, or fight scenes if you go out for Batman, or fight scenes if you want to do Hamlet. So keep that in mind. It may be part of your job.
Okay, don't forget about that. Everybody who wants to do a fight scene anytime soon, Tom is right there to help you out
Yep.
with that.
Director.
Hey, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Estefano. Appreciate you coming by. Ashley, you're amazing. You're one of the best singers in town, right? And the guy next to you, you two guys are the best there are.
We're gonna have to sing a duet soon. That's what it's gonna have to be.
Together, you'd be fantastic. Thank you, Ashley. Lou
Thank you.
Gazzara, always good to have you here. You know, I'm
you,
always
Ron.
in your corner.
Thank you.
No matter what, we'll see you at your show. Neil, you got great stuff going over there, Portnoy Gallery. Go on down and see it. And don't forget the Wham event. And Tom, we look forward to seeing your movies. Thank you so much to in-studio producer, Mr. Mark Thomas. Official photographer, Brian Knowful. Thank you all, everybody. And thank you to the listeners. And our mission here each week at the Las Vegas Rocks Radio Show is to promote, support, encourage all local entertainers, famous or not. We promote the venues they appear in. All the live music venues are here to be promoted, and we push them all. Thanks to everybody that did the show today. I love being here each and every week. I'm Ron Garrett. Remember, live fearlessly. Run towards life, everybody. We'll see you next week. Good show next week. Ninon and Miss Mala. Should be fun. Good night.
Music to play out.
I love that song. Gator Barbarians?
No, singing the vocal part.
Oh. Hey, everybody, that was great. The show is about to end. Thank you all for watching us on Facebook Live. We'll be done here in 14 seconds. What a great show with Ashley Fuller, Lou Gazzara, Neil Portnoy, Tom Hillary, Estefano DiSanto. What a great... Oh, and Stevie Dunham. Thanks, Stevie, for calling.